Welcome back guys. So here if you look at in my previous video when I was talking about the cloning concept in the hash set, the data type was integer here, right? Here in this example you have data type as a string, and here I did not do any change. Just I wanted to cover two data type. One was integer instance variable, and this is your string instance variable. Okay, so here also you will not get any issue. You whether you modify clone or you modify the original, it will not change each other, because here also the value for the object will get copied, because this is also of type this is also instance variable. Okay, now this is not a reference type, so the value for that the value for this object will get copied, right? So internally when you add any data to the hash set, what happens, it will do here, since it is a string, it will do a string dot value of, right? It will do a string dot value of. In case of integer also it will do integer dot value of. So value will get copied and your cloned object and original object will not change each other. That we have seen that here also I can run that, and if you look at the output you will come to know that there is no change. So basically this was the original and cloned, and you know that hash set will not keep the duplicate data, it will remove that. So this is your original and cloned, and then what happens is this is your once you modified the clone here, you are modifying the clone, right? So clone got changed, original object has no change. Then you modified the original. So here if you look at, your original got modified with 800 and you cloned whatever you modified earlier, 80, 2000, 3000, you have the same output, right? So this is the same example I just wanted to cover, two instance variable. Now look at the actual shallow copy. Okay, so here if you look at, now you have a class. Okay, class has two two instance variable which is private in the nature. Now you have one constructor. The constructor has two argument, and through this constructor you will initialize this variables of the class, okay, through constructor. Now since it is a private, I have created getter and setter, and by now you are familiar with how to create getters and setter. If you don't know, it's very simple. Do a right click, go to source, and here you have everything. Whether you want to create constructor, or you want to override toString, or you want to do getter and setter, everything is here itself. So you can just go click, one pop-up will come, there you select the fields, for what fields you want to do all these operations, everything will be done for you. So there is a getter and setter, right? And then I'm overriding the toString. Why I'm overriding the toString? Because this is my custom class. So when this is the custom class, what happens is when I will print the object, it will print the address of the object, it will not print the data of the object. So I need to override the toString. ToString will help me to get the data of the object, right? Now focus here, this is very important exercise, we need to understand this. Look at this hash set. Now I am creating a hash set, and in the angle bracket I am storing now object type, right? I am storing now object type. So this is not now instance variable. If you look at, this is the now reference variable, right? You are storing the object now, so it is a reference. Now your hash set will take only this object, right? Clone with reference to, which is nothing but this, and this has only one constructor, this constructor, right? So I am adding one record to the hash set. So I need to create the object now, new an object of this class, and then value is equal to 2 3. So I have created one record to the hash set, right? Now I am cloning it. So you know that how to clone it. We can just do on this reference, I can perform clone operations, because hash set internally overrides the clone which is available in the object class. So internally we can perform the clone, which we have seen that in previous video I have shown you. So when you do a clone, and then I am casting to the hash set class, because the return type of the clone, this method is the object, right? So when you actually don't cast, see, you will get a compile time error. Why compile time error? Because you are expecting the return type same as the original object. So the original object return type is the hash set of the custom object, right? So your clone should be also hash set of the custom object. To do that, when you perform the clone, This clone return type is the object. Press Ctrl, click on clone. See, the return type is the object. When you have return type is the object, you need to typecast. Okay, you need to typecast. So I'm typecasting it. I'm casting this object to this class. So now my this clone object will be of type hash set of clone with reference to. You got it? Now this is your original object, this is your cloned object, right? So I'm just printing both. I'm printing both, right? So in this case, now what happens? In this case, what happens is, try to understand through diagram. So let's say in the stack memory here, you have two objects. This is your original object and this is your cloned object. Assume that. So you have two, original and object. So the original reference, this is the reference, is pointing to original object, and the cloned reference is pointing to the cloned reference. Now what happened is, when you created the original object, this has a reference of class, right? So basically what is has, this has a reference of class. So if you'll go here, this guy, this has reference of class, right? So or this has object, whatever it may be, it's up to you what you want to write. So this has a reference of class, or you can write it has object, it has custom object, right? So this has a reference of class, or it has a custom object. Just try to understand. Okay, this has a reference of class or a custom object. Now when we do a cloned copy, of this original object, what will happen, even your cloned copy will point to the same object. Your cloned copy will point to the same object, because when we did a cloning, now only reference got copied. Okay, it did not copy the value of the object, it just copied the reference, which means just your for this object one clone got created, but now your cloned object also internally points to the same original object. Internally it points. Why? Because we did not copy the value of object, we copied the reference of the object, right? That is the reason, if you come back and if you look at in the code, if you try to print the hash code, and hash code, you know that it is nothing but the address of your object, both the hash code will be same. Okay, but yes, when you compare the reference will be different. Why reference will be different? Because you know that reference will be in the stack area, your object will be in the heap area. So why I am saying that both the object is same, both object is the same, like your cloned object is pointing to original object, okay, and your original object has nothing but a custom object. Internally original object is the memory locations in the heap area, and this original object has another object called custom object, which is nothing but some custom type, class type, right? So this guy will refer to the same. We will try to understand this will make us very clear, but this will give you false, because when you do equal, basically it will check for the reference, but when you do on the reference, when you do a hash code, it will give you the object address, right? So this will be the same, but yes, this will be different because you have a two different reference in the stack. So we will focus on the output. See, look at here. First we did a cloning. So when we did a cloning, first we are printing the data of the object, original and cloned. So you can see that both have same data, okay, because we did a cloning will give you one copy of that. Then you got a false. What is false? What is this false? This false is when you compare two object with equal operator, it will compare for the reference, and reference you have a stack, and definitely you will have a two different reference. Okay, reference is not same here, two different. So your reference will be false, but look at the hash code. After reference you are printing, here you are printing the hash code. Hash code is nothing but the address of the object, right? So look at the hash code. Address is same, right? Now it is clear. Both object is same. it's not a different, right? Both object is same because your address is same. So when your address is same, which means both object is same. Now when the both object is same, so I am running a for each loop on my cloned one, and you know that how to run a for each loop. It's a very simple. If you don't know, please watch my control statement video. So when you run a for each loop on this cloned object, okay, we are changing the value of I and j. How come, I mean, why we are able to change that? Because we have a set method. So through set method I can call and I can change the data, right? Because when I am running a for each loop, I can change this data through setter. Now after changing the data, I changed only in the cloned copy, guys, because I am running a for each loop on the cloned copy. So I am running on the cloned object, but again I am printing both the objects. So when I will print both the object, if you look at, see here, your both original and cloned both got changed. So your cloned changed the original. So earlier it was 2 3. Now original also become 2030, cloned also become a 2030. Why? Because both the object is same, the address is same, which means your cloned object is also pointing to the same original object. Okay, that is the reason we call it hash set clone copy is the shallow copy. This is the reason. This is a shallow copy. Now you are modifying the original object, so you are running a for each loop again, and to make it for each loop, guys, you just write for control space bar, and here you can see that for each. So click on that. It will do on behalf of you. It will generate this for each loop for you. Okay, so the meaning of this is basically what this guy will do is this guy will basically go and on your this object. Okay, it is a set of object, right? So one by one it will take the element from the set. One by one it will take the element from the set and it will initialize to this variable. And what should be the return type of this variable? See your hash set, what data you are storing. You are storing clone with reference to, right? So this is the return type of your data. This is the return type of your object in the hash set. This is the return type. So your variable type should be of the same type. Now one mistake I did here, I will fix this, no issue. Here I should have done original, okay, not cloned, because cloned already we have done that. But though I have changed to clone to original, you can see that when we change the original, through original I am changing the ij. I can do that because we have corresponding setter for that. Set j and set I we have designed, right? So if you go and if you change that through original, you can see that your clone is also getting changed, right? So you can see that why all this happened, why clone changed original changed cloned, because your object is same, because the address is same. So the meaning is, though you have two different reference in the stack, okay, though you got a cloned copy, okay, and original copy, but your cloned copy internally points to the same object, to the original object in the heap area. Okay, when it is point to the same in the heap area, whatever modifications you will do with the cloned, original will impact. Whatever you will do changes with original, your cloned will impact. So this diagram is just for understanding, guys, just for understanding. Okay, the clear picture will give you this. Whenever you want to understand whether the object is same or different, print the hash code. You will come to know whether the object is different or object is same. The hash code is the source of truth. Okay, so with this I will close the video. In next video we will see that what else concept we need to understand. And I think now you got the concept of shallow copy, like when the shallow copy will happen when you will store the reference type, object type in your hash set. But when you store the primitive data type or instance variable type, there is no shallow copy, guys. Okay, thank you guys, thank you for watching this.